Is Aston Martin entering a new era with the 2024 DB12? This car has a powerful 671 horsepower twin-turbo 4-liter V8 engine under its sleek hood. It can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds and has a top speed of 202 miles per hour. Can you believe it? The DB12 also introduces an entirely new software architecture developed in-house, which promises unparalleled levels of functionality previously unseen in Aston Martin models. In this video, we'll go over all the aspects of the 2024 Aston Martin DB12 that will make it a top contender for Ultimate Aston Martin. Let's dive in. At first glance, you might not notice many big changes between the DB12 and the model before it, the DB11. The DB11 is already known as one of the most beautiful Grand Tourers on the market. However, take a closer look and you'll spot some subtle yet impactful changes. Roberto Fedeli, who is in charge of technology at Aston Martin, describes the DB12 as a statement car. Now, it's clear there are a lot of reasons for that. The DB12 has a bigger grille, interesting vents on the hood, and new headlights, bumpers, and side skirts. Even though the back end looks almost the same, Aston Martin sources revealed that 80% of the car is brand new. Now that's a lot. Don't worry, the DB12 still has that famous Aston Martin look that makes people look where it goes, but what makes it stand out is that Aston Martin has put more effort into improving its speed, handling, and other areas where it has tried to raise the bar. Let's begin with the DB12's chassis, the car's basic structure. Several of the DB11's fundamental structural hardpoints and powertrain have been carried over, although there are also several improvements. The overall body flexibility is 7% higher thanks to Aston Martin's improvements to the bonded aluminum construction. Notably, the on-center feel of the electronic steering system has been enhanced thanks to a staggering 140% increase in flexibility in the front strut towers. To improve responsiveness and flexibility, Aston Martin's engineers reduced the number of spins required to go from lock to just 2.4, which is pretty impressive. While the suspension design and geometry remain the same as the DB11, Aston Martin has made some noteworthy adjustments. The front track has been widened by 1/4 of an inch, while the rear track has been increased by an impressive 0.86 inches. These modifications, made possible by the stiffer chassis, facilitate the use of the new Bilstein DTX adaptive shocks. These advanced shocks offer 4 times the operating range compared to those in the DB11, allowing for better control over wheel and body movements. The result is a refined and composed driving experience that caters to both comfort and performance. Now, let's dive into the impressive engine of the DB12. But before that, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting car updates. Under the hood, the DB12 retains the acclaimed 4-liter twin-turbo V8 engine, which was co-designed with AMG and has already proven its capabilities in the DB11. However, Aston Martin has fine-tuned the engine for even more power. Modified cam profiles, larger turbos, and adjustments to the compression ratio have resulted in an impressive boost. The DB12 now delivers a massive 671 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and a formidable torque of 590 pound-feet between 2,750 and 6,000 RPM. These figures represent a remarkable increase of 34% in power and 18% in torque. Aston Martin has made the bold choice to only offer this V8 engine option for the DB12, as there won't be a V12-powered version. Instead, the renowned V12 engine will be put in the replacement for the DBS 770 Ultimate, which will be a strong front-engine car with the famous Vanquish name. To transfer this impressive power to the rear wheels, the car relies on the trusted ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, which is commonly used across the current Aston Martin lineup. However, Aston Martin engineers have fine-tuned the transmission's electronic programming to enhance response and reduce shift times, resulting in a more engaging driving experience. The final drive has been cut by 13% to make the car go faster from a stop and respond more quickly while in gear. This change lets the car go faster for shorter periods of time and move more quickly on the road. Notably, the DB12 is the first DB Aston model to come with an electronic differential, which improves traction and stability even more when moving quickly. The default braking system of the DB12 comprises drilled and slotted steel discs, measuring an impressive 15.7 inches at the front and 14.2 inches at the rear. For those seeking even greater stopping power and reduced unsprung weight, carbon ceramic brakes are available as an optional upgrade, shaving off a total of 60 pounds. All four corners of the DB12 are fitted with stylish 21-inch wheels, and Michelin's brand new Pilot Sport S5 tires are standard equipment for Aston Martin. These specially made tires have a front size of 275 by 35 and a back size of 315 by 30. They have a polyurethane foam insert in the carcass, which reduces road noise by 20%, giving the driver and passengers an extra touch of luxury. As we all know, new software is the key part of making sure that the new engine and frame parts work well together. The most obvious change is the Advanced Stability Control System, which combines 4 intervention protocols: wet, on, track, and off, with 5 different drive modes: GT, Sport, Sport Plus, Individual, and Wet. The default GT mode has been carefully tuned to have an excellent main ride quality, which is something that all of Aston Martin's best Grand Tourers have in common. When you switch to Sport or Sport Plus mode, the DB12's body moves more tightly, making it quicker and faster. The new stability control system uses information from a lot of sensors carefully put around the car to make sure it works well and has precise control. Notably, a new 6-axis inertial measurement unit is a key part of understanding the DB12's behavior in real time and figuring out how much grip is possible. Because the system knows all of this, it can make small but effective changes to the engine and chassis. This prevents possible instability and makes it less likely that the driver will need to use the stability control system. As Aston Martin's head of vehicle engineering, Simon Newton, puts it, the goal is less intervention, more anticipation. During the development of the DB12 chassis, the engineers used the Ferrari Roma as a key standard car. Aston Martin wanted to make a standard front-engine Grand Tourer that was different from the Roma and the Bentley Continental GT. They did this by finding a place between the Roma and the Bentley Continental GT. Fascinating, right? The on-center driving feel was given a lot of attention because it is so important for a high-performance road car. The DB12 was thought to need rear-wheel steering, but in the end it didn't. Newton says, "This is a car that doesn't need a lot of dynamic modifiers." The focus stayed on making the car have the best road feel for its class. While the exterior of the DB12 may appear familiar, stepping inside reveals a world of remarkable transformation. Aston Martin's design director, Miles Nurnberger, acknowledges that the interior is where they made significant investments, and this becomes evident as soon as you open the door and settle into the driver's seat. The dash has been redesigned from top to bottom. It now has 2 10.3-inch high-resolution screens that sit on a striking horizontal vent design. The instrument panel and entertainment are controlled by these screens, which have ultra-black display technology. When you get behind the wheel, you'll notice how low the seat is, placed between the shoulder line of the greenhouse and a center console with beautiful wings extending between the front seats. Now, you won't believe your eyes when you see what's on the interior of the DB12. It looks rich and well made because it is made with Bridge of Weir leather. But it's not just about how it looks. The inside is also very useful. Aston Martin got rid of the PRND buttons on the dashboard, which had been there since the early 2000s. In their place, they put a simple toggle switch on top of the center console, like the one in the current Porsche 911. A button next to the toggling switch turns on the manual mode. Even though the flexible touchscreen in the middle is very responsive, Aston Martin was smart to keep physical buttons for some of the important features. There are buttons for choosing drive modes, adjusting the heating and cooling, turning off lane control assist and park distance control, and changing the settings for the chassis, stability control, and sports sound. The 2024 Aston Martin DB12 is undoubtedly a game-changer, representing a new era for Aston Martin with its impressive performance, stunning design, and refined interior. This innovative software platform reflects Aston Martin's commitment to staying at the forefront of technological advancements in the automotive industry. What are your thoughts on the DB12? Do you think it has what it takes to be the ultimate Aston Martin? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting car updates.